Hello, my name is David Gross. This training session will be about motivating employees, motivating them not only to be productive in their job functions, but to make them feel more empowered, to have them understand that they are important. We want everyone to genuinely know that there is appreciation for that job well done. There is a lot of information to cover. The format will be PowerPoint with open discussion. There will be breakout groups, role play, and brainstorming sessions. These four objectives will be the focus of our training. There have been many theories on job dissatisfaction and employee motivation written over the years. I have selected the Herzberg two-factor theory, published in 1959 for our review. While not fully complete for the modern world, it does provoke interesting discussions based on its motivation versus hygiene factors. It has been noted throughout history that there is a point where money alone is not sufficient to provide job satisfaction or motivation to a particular employee. The idea is to use this model as a starting point, a prompt in our brainstorming sessions. The idea that employees are being lost voluntarily or even involuntarily due to any situations such as lack of motivation, stagnation, feelings of underappreciation, lack of recognition, feelings of exclusion or bias, these are largely avoidable. The cost of hiring a new employee can be as high as 1.5 years' salary for the starting position being hired. When calculated, direct costs for advertisement, recruitment, time spent reviewing resumes, interviewing, onboarding, can be account for significant resource expenditures. Then there's the indirect costs of maybe employee morale being impacted, losing a trained employee for being replaced by a new hire. These things can impact production. It is important that we take preventative steps to retain those employees that are actually making an effort and putting in a hard day's work. There is virtue there, and that should be acknowledged and appreciated. There are some things that a manager can implement immediately to affect the daily workplace. Things like acknowledging when an employee exceeds expectations. Simply by publicly acknowledging that effort, it shows that the manager is paying attention to that employee. It is rewarding for the employee, and it reinforces the type of behavior that is sought. Also note that acknowledgement should come within about the first 5 minutes of the behavior to be most impactful. Also, a recent poll of employees has scored having autonomy over their job function as a very satisfying and highly motivating factor. Also, please and thank you can go a long way to making the workplace more hospitable. Uh, no one really likes to be barked at or ordered around like a drone. Ultimately, at the conclusion of this training program, you will have the opportunity to develop and compose a formal employee motivation program. You will have 1 week from the end of training day to complete and implement this program. There will be HR personnel available for help. The program will need to be customized to your department and your employees. There are low budget, high impact, motivating rewards that can be used in place of monetary compensation. The evaluation process for this program to chart its success will be employee surveys at every 96 months and 1 year from implementation, Exit interviews will include questions on the new employee motivation plan. There'll be some random interviews over the period of time, and employee turnover data will be evaluated for the impact when benchmarked against previous employee turnover data. This is a list. You will get an exhaustive list, but these are some of the ideas of low budget, big impact ideas, and we'll go over them during the training. So here is a big thank you. And remember, motivation and positivity can be very contagious and uniting. Thank you. 1, 2, 3.